Today, I have a message for the collective. Let me remind you this is a general message, not a personal reading. So, as always, take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. This message is meant to reach those who truly need IT.now. Let's get into it. This message is for someone who is dealing with attachment issues. When I say attachment issues, I'm not just talking about relationships. This can apply to anything in your life, a job, a belief system, the way you see yourself, or even a habit. Being overly attached to something, especially when it no longer serves you, can be harmful. It's like clinging to something even though you know deep down it's time to let go. Why do we hold on so tightly? Sometimes it's fear of the unknown, fear of change, fear of losing stability. It's natural to feel that way, but when you let fear take control, it can keep you stuck. Holding on to something out of fear can be self destructive. It stops you from growing, from moving forward, and from receiving the blessings that are meant for you. Let me explain this in a way that might resonate with you. Imagine you're holding onto a branch over a river. The branch feels safe because it's what you're used to, it's familiar. But what if you look down and realize the water isn't as deep or dangerous as you thought? What if letting go means you could float and swim to the shore where something better is waiting for you? That's what attachment issues can feel like. Who is this message for? I'm picking up on someone specific. This may not resonate with everyone, but for some of you, it will feel like I'm speaking directly to you. This is for someone who has been in the same job, company, or business for over 6 years. You've been feeling a nudge, a push to leave, but you're struggling with the idea of letting go. You've probably been asking yourself questions like, if I leave this job, will I find another one? How will I pay my bills? What if the new job doesn't pay as well as this one? What if I make the wrong choice and regret it? If this sounds like you, keep reading because this message is for you, feeling undervalued. Here's what I'm sensing: you've been in this job or business for a long time, over 6 years. You're working hard and giving it your best, but you're not being appreciated or rewarded the way you should be. It's like you're putting in all this effort, but what you're getting back isn't enough. You know your worth, and you know you deserve more than what you're receiving right now. It might feel like you're being breadcrumbed, given just enough to keep you there, but not enough to make you feel truly valued. You're doing the work, you're showing up, and yet you're not being compensated or recognized in the way you should be. That can be incredibly frustrating and disheartening. Why is it so hard to leave? The main reason is fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of losing stability, fear of stepping out of your comfort zone. You might be thinking, if I leave this job, what if I don't find another one? What if I can't pay my bills? What if the new job doesn't pay as much or isn't as secure? These thoughts are valid and normal. Change is scary, especially when it involves something as important as your career and financial stability. But here's the truth: holding on to something just because it feels familiar can block you from receiving what's truly meant for you. The message from Spirit. The message I'm receiving for you is this: have faith. God, the universe, or whatever higher power you believe in has already prepared something better for you. Spiritually, you've already been moved to a new position, a new opportunity, or a new chapter in your life. But because you're still holding on to your current situation, your reality hasn't caught up yet. It's like you're standing in a doorway, but you're too afraid to step through. The new opportunity is right there, waiting for you, but you have to make the choice to walk into it. Trust the process. I know it's not easy to let go. It requires faith, trust, and courage. But think about this: if you keep holding on to something that isn't serving you, you're blocking the blessings that are trying to come into your life. Sometimes you have to take a leap of faith and trust that the universe will catch you. Here's an example to help you understand. Imagine you're climbing a mountain. You've reached the point where you need to let go of one ledge to grab onto the next. If you stay where you are, you'll never reach the top. But if you trust yourself and make that move, you'll find something better waiting for you. What's waiting for you? The message I'm getting is that there's already something better prepared for you. It could be a new job, a promotion, a business opportunity, or even a completely different career path. Whatever it is, it's already aligned with your purpose and your worth. The only thing standing in the way is your fear of letting go. You're holding on to what you know, even though it's not fulfilling you because you're scared of the unknown. But the unknown isn't as scary as it seems. Sometimes it's where the most beautiful opportunities are hidden, practical steps to take. If this message resonates with you, here are some steps you can take to move forward. Reflect, take some time to think about your current situation. Are you truly happy? Are you being valued? Do you feel fulfilled? Listen to your intuition if you've been feeling a nudge to leave. Trust that feeling. Your intuition is guiding you towards something better. Start exploring. You don't have to quit your job immediately. Start looking for new opportunities, updating your resume, networking. Take small steps toward change. Let go of fear. Remind yourself that you're capable and deserving of better. Trust that the universe has your back. Take action when the right opportunity comes. Don't let fear hold you back. Take the leap and trust the process. A word of encouragement. Change is hard, but it's also necessary for growth. Staying in a place where you're undervalued will only hold you back. You deserve to be in a space where your hard work is appreciated, your worth is recognized, and you feel fulfilled. Have faith that the universe is working in your favor. Trust that better things are coming your way. And remember, you're stronger and more capable than you realize. This message is for someone who needs to hear it. If it resonates with you, take it as a sign. It's time to let go of the fear, step out of your comfort zone, and embrace the blessings that are waiting for you. Life has a way of making us hold on to things that no longer serve us. It might be a job, a relationship, a friendship, or even the way we think about ourselves. Sometimes we stick with these things out of fear of the unknown, fear of failure, or fear that we won't find anything better. But if you're honest with yourself, you might realize that these attachments are holding you back from becoming the best version of yourself. Let's talk about jobs first. Imagine you're working hard every day, putting in all your time, energy, and skills into your job. You know how much you contribute to your workplace and you know your value. But what if the company doesn't see it? What if you're being underpaid, overworked, or not appreciated? Maybe you think I can't leave. What if I don't find another job that pays me this much? This fear keeps you stuck, even when deep down you know you deserve better. The truth is, staying in a job that drains you or doesn't reward you fairly can stop you from reaching your full potential. God or life might already have something better planned for you, a new opportunity, a promotion, or even the chance to start your own business. But you won't see those opportunities if you're too afraid to let go of what isn't working. It takes courage and faith to step away from what's familiar, but it's often the only way to grow. Now, let's talk about relationships. Some of us stay in relationships for years hoping things will get better. Maybe you've been with someone for 6 years or more and they keep promising marriage or commitment, but there's no real progress. You've given your heart, your time, and your effort to this person, but something feels off. You might think, I've already invested so much time in this relationship. If I leave, I'll have to start over. This fear keeps you holding on, even when the relationship isn't making you happy. Here's the hard truth: if someone truly values you and wants to commit, they will show it through their actions, not just their words. Staying in a relationship that isn't moving forward can block you from meeting the person who is truly meant for you. There's someone out there who will love you, appreciate you, and commit to you fully, but you have to let go of the wrong person to find the right one. This isn't just about jobs and relationships. Sometimes what's holding us back is our own mindset. Maybe you've been telling yourself for years, I'm not good enough, or I'll never succeed, or I don't deserve better. These thoughts can become a trap, keeping you stuck in the same patterns over and over again. You might blame other people or external circumstances for your struggles, but have you ever stopped to ask yourself, what am I doing to hold myself back? The reality is, we are often our own biggest obstacle. It's easier to blame others than to take a hard look at ourselves. But if you want to grow and move forward, you have to be willing to change your mindset. You have to let go of the negative beliefs that are keeping you stuck. Let's go deeper by using a powerful story from the Bible, the story of Abraham and Isaac. Abraham waited many years to have a son, and when he finally had Isaac, he loved him dearly. Isaac was his most precious gift. Then one day, God told Abraham to sacrifice Isaac. Imagine how hard that must have been. Giving up something so valuable, something you waited your whole life for, takes incredible faith. But Abraham trusted God. He believed that if God could give him Isaac in the first place, then God could also provide something even greater. So Abraham prepared to let go of what he loved most. In the end, God didn't take Isaac away, he provided a ram for the sacrifice instead. This story teaches us that when we let go of what we're holding on to, even if it's hard, God or life can reward us with something even better. You might be in a similar situation right now. Maybe you've been in the same job, relationship, or mindset for 6 years or more. You've poured your energy into it and you're scared to leave because you don't know what's next. But what if letting go is the key to unlocking something new? What if there's a better job, a healthier relationship, or a more positive mindset waiting for you, but you can't receive it because you're too attached to the old? Holding on to things that no longer serve us can feel comforting because it's familiar. But growth doesn't happen in comfort zones. Growth happens when we step out in faith and trust that there's something better ahead. This isn't about being reckless or making impulsive decisions. It's about listening to your heart and recognizing when it's time to move on. For some of us, the attachment might not be to a job or a person, it might be to a place. Maybe you've been living in the same city or environment for years and it feels safe, but you also feel stuck. Deep down, you know there's more out there for you, but you're afraid to leave what you know. Moving to a new place can be scary, but it can also open up opportunities you never imagined. The same applies to friendships. Sometimes we hold on to friends who no longer align with who we're becoming. They might not support your growth or encourage you to be your best self. Letting go of old friendships can be painful, but it's necessary if you want to surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. Letting go isn't easy. It takes courage to walk away from something that feels familiar, even if it's no longer serving you. It takes faith to believe that better things are waiting for you, even when you can't see them yet. But remember this, you can't receive new blessings if you're still clinging to the old. Imagine holding a glass full of dirty water. If someone offers you clean water, you can't accept it unless you're willing to pour out the dirty water first. The same principle applies to life. You have to release what's no longer serving you to make room for what's better. If you're in a job that doesn't appreciate you, trust that there's a better opportunity waiting. If you're in a relationship that's going nowhere, believe that you deserve someone who will commit to you fully. If you're stuck in negative thoughts, know that you can change your mindset and create a better future for yourself. Here's one final thought: letting go doesn't mean you're giving up. It means you're making space for growth, healing, and new opportunities. It's a step forward, not backward. So take a moment to reflect on what's holding you back. Is it a job, a relationship, a mindset, a place? Whatever it is, trust that letting go is the first step toward a brighter future. You deserve to live a life full of joy, purpose, and fulfillment. Don't let fear or attachment stop you from reaching your potential. Trust the process, take that leap of faith, and let go of anything that no longer serves you. Something better is waiting for you on the other side. Some of you are destined to be leaders. You are meant to own businesses, run organizations, or lead others in some capacity. However, instead of stepping into these roles, you're settling for less. You're holding onto things, a job, a relationship, or a situation that no longer serve you. These things are keeping you from becoming the person you were created to be. God has bigger plans for you, but you need to have faith and take a step toward them. Right now, you might feel stuck or frustrated. Maybe you've been in the same place for years and don't see any progress. You're giving your all, but it feels like nothing is changing. You might be in a job where your hard work isn't appreciated, or in a relationship that's draining instead of uplifting. Deep down, you know this isn't where you're supposed to be, but fear is holding you back. Fear of change, fear of the unknown, or fear of failure keeps you clinging to what's familiar. This fear is stopping you from moving forward. God is asking you to let go of what's no longer right for you. It's not easy to release what feels comfortable or familiar, but sometimes the very thing we're holding on to is what's keeping us from receiving something better. Picture it like holding onto a broken rope. You're gripping it tightly because it's all, but if you let it go, you realize there's a stronger, better rope waiting for you. God wants to give you that better rope, but He's asking you to trust Him first. Having faith means believing in what you can't yet see. It's saying, God, I don't know what's ahead, but I trust that you have something good for me. Faith is about taking steps forward, even when you're not sure where the path leads. Think about Abraham in the Bible. God asked him to leave everything he knew and go to a place he'd never seen. Abraham didn't have all the answers, but he trusted God and obeyed. Because of his faith, he received incredible blessings. You might be in a situation right now where God is calling you to take a similar step. Maybe you're in a job where you've outgrown the role. You know you're capable of more, but you're scared to leave because it's secure. Or maybe you're in a relationship that's not helping you grow. You're staying because you're afraid of being alone or starting over. Whatever the situation, ask yourself, is this where I'm supposed to be? Is this helping me become the person God wants me to be? Sometimes we hold on to things because we don't see what God sees. We think this is the best I can do, or this is all there is for me, but God knows the plans He has for you, and they are bigger than you can imagine. He wants to give you more than you're settling for right now. To receive it, you have to trust Him and let go of the old to make room for the new. Letting go isn't just about releasing something physically, it's also about releasing it emotionally and mentally. You might be holding on to a job, a relationship, or even an idea of how your life should look. If it's not working, if it's draining you, or if it's keeping you stuck, it's time to let it go. This doesn't mean you're giving up, it means you're making room for something better. For some of you, this message might hit close to home. You've been in the same place for years, maybe 6 years or more. You've been seeing signs that it's time to move on. Maybe you've had a feeling in your heart, a dream, or even advice from others that confirms it's time for a change. But you've been ignoring those signs because change is hard. You're comfortable where you are, even if it's not where you're meant to be. Ask yourself, are you settling? Are you staying in a situation out of fear rather than stepping into faith? If you're in a job where you're not growing, where your talents aren't being recognized, it might be time to move on. God has a better position waiting for you, one where you'll be appreciated, celebrated, and rewarded for your efforts. If you're in a relationship that's not helping you grow, it might be time to let go. The right person will encourage and support you, not hold you back. God's plan is always better than ours, but we have to trust Him. He's not asking you to figure everything out on your own. He's asking you to trust Him, take a step of faith, and let Him guide you. Pray for clarity and direction. Ask Him, what do you want me to release? What do you want me to do? Then listen for His guidance. He might speak through your thoughts, your feelings, or even through the people around you. When you take that leap of faith, you'll see things start to change. It might not happen overnight, but God will open doors for you. You'll find new opportunities, new relationships, and new blessings that you never imagined. But you can't receive the new until you let go of the old. Think about a tree in the fall. The leaves have to fall off for new ones to grow in the spring. If the tree tried to hold on to its old leaves, it wouldn't be able to grow. You're the same way. Letting go might feel like loss, but it's actually making space for growth. Sometimes holding on can block your blessings. If you're clinging to a job, relationship, or situation that's not right for you, you're not leaving room for God to bring you something better. You might be waiting for a meme, but the miracle can't come until you make space for it. God is ready to bless you, but He's waiting for you to take that first step. You might be thinking, but what if I fail? What if I let go and things get worse? It's natural to feel this way, but remember that God's plan is not to harm you, but to prosper you. He wants what's best for you. Even if the path is unclear now, trust that He's leading you to something greater. If you're struggling to let go, start by taking small steps. Pray about your situation. Talk to someone you trust. Write down what's holding you back and why you're afraid to let it go. Then ask God for the courage to release it. It's okay to feel scared, but don't let fear stop you from moving forward. You deserve better than to stay stuck in something that's not right for you. You deserve a life where you're celebrated, appreciated, and fulfilled. God wants to give you that life, but you have to meet Him halfway. Trust Him, take the leap, and watch what He does. He will never leave you or let you fall. Remember, God's plan is always good. He's not asking you to give something up for no reason. He's asking you to let go so He can give you something better. Trust that He knows what's best for you, even when you can't see it. Pray, have faith, and take the first step. The best is yet to come.